Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the men's WDF Singles 501 Silver Ranking event here live at the Cleveland Extravaganza in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm Sean Green, joined by Nick Teixeira. Nick, it is always a treat and, quite frankly, an honor to be able to call a match with Big Daddy Darren Young, and that's exactly what we get here.
Yeah, I've never had the privilege of being able to commentate Darren before, but if I am well aware of the prowess, the fact that he's one of North America's greatest treasures in the darting world. I'm looking forward to seeing him on the live stream here as Jesse James Allen from Youngstown is going to try to put on a little bit of a show in response to playing against Big Daddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, the big lefty, most notorious recently for sending Raymond Van Barneveld to his first retirement.
That is true.
At the World Darts Championship. Just an absolute smooth throw. And if you have not had the privilege of meeting Darren Young in person, he is the epitome of what you want out of a top-level player as far as personality, personability, just how nice, friendly. His memory is immaculate on things. He was one of the first players to say yes to donating to my youth dart club back when my own hometown people didn't know who I was. And 5 years later, I meet him in person for the very first time. Never met him in person before at a CDC event, and he immediately goes, "Sean, how's it going? How's that youth dart club going?" And I mean, just so for
That's
5
amazing.
years to follow along with it too, that's Darren Young. He's that guy. It also made me feel really good that I threw with his flights when I first started playing, because I loved the look of those things for the longest time, and it's nice to know that I picked the right person.
The first player flights I think I've ever threw actually was Paula Murphy's, I think.
There you go.
Before that, it was just general designs and whatnot. The first player flights, definitely Paula's. Because I like the fact that they came in teardrop. And I used to be a big teardrop flight guy.
There you go. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here live at the Cleveland Extravaganza. Last 32 match. There's some last 128s going on. There's some last 64 going on, but this is the first last 32 in action in the room for the men's WDF singles silver ranking title. So, Nick, explain the silver ranking part of this for the WDF singles.
Yeah, it's between bronze and gold, but no, more importantly is the fact that if you win, you get a ticket to the WDF World Masters in Budapest, and that's the goal. The other way to get that this weekend would have been through the ADO Nationals event that we saw, that the event had here, I should say. We didn't get a chance to see that one, but this is a good way to qualify right here, right now, is just get through this event, and it's a tough event to try to get through with this field.
Well, let's talk about the tough field and maybe a couple of early exits that are a little bit surprising. Leonard Gates is out.
Wow. Who knocked him down?
Todd Baumgarter.
Wow.
Beat him in the top 64. And Leonard had averaged 86, Todd an 80. So I'm going to guess that there were some double trouble issues for Soldier in that one, but does fall short of that. Apparently, Alex Spellman had a bit of a scare in his previous match.
Oh, Jesse misses the big number. Need to hit at least a 16 and leave a dart at a double. See the reaction there, knowing that Darren Young's on 32.
But that's the first big name gone. As Big Daddy takes out double 16 for leg number one. The other really cool Darren Young moment for me is he chalked a local guy in Indy who played in the U.S. Darts Masters qualifier and was just chalking for him. Now, James McFeely, you know him.
Mm-hmm.
And Mac was 4 for 4 on doubles. 4 for 4 on doubles. He averaged 101 and took out a 164 checkout in one of the legs. And after the match was over, Darren Young did not stop talking about Mac and his performance the entire rest of the day. Like, you walk into the player practice room and he's still talking about Mac Philly to whoever will listen about it.
That's awesome.
And how great Mac talent is and just how well he performed there. Again, I will never say a bad word about Big Daddy, and that's off of real interactions with him.
Yeah, very beloved member of the darting community through and through.
And again, an honor to be here. And watch that 3 in action they just shot there.
Yeah, that was not a beloved turn from him nonetheless.
Nice to see that he can also do that.
Let's talk Jesse James Allen here for a second, because I got a chance to talk with him out there before this match got going. He came immediately up and said, "Hey, I'm Jesse." I said, "I'm Nick." And he's like, "Nice to meet you." He's like, he was all amped up to play in the stream, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." He's like, "Yeah, I played on the DPFL stream before, but this is different." And I was like, "This is definitely different than your normal DPFL stream." I say that lovingly as I do that stream. So that being said, talking with him, he was like trash talking Darren in the most playful way possible. He's like, we're this is basically $100 money match. We're playing for $100 on the stream board. And then Darren's like, if you care about the 100 that much, I'll give you it. And Jesse's like, no, I want to win it. And then Darren goes and uses the restroom, and the gentleman sitting in the background behind Darren looks at Jesse's 3 darts he throws right after, which were not particularly close, and says, you might want to take him up on that $100 offer.
Yeah.
And they were just having a little bit of a laugh and having some fun on the board. I love seeing good camaraderie between opponents, audience, and everyone else alike.
And it's also nice to have someone like Jesse who can just live in the moment of that situation, too. Like, you're about to face Darren Young on the stream here. You know who Darren Young is if you've been in darts ever. And so, yeah, talk that trash. Yeah,
have fun with it.
You need to. YOLO.
And Darren was just smiling away.
Yep.
But 26 there is nothing to smile about. 189 can get brought on down. Both these gentlemen definitely not scoring to the range of which they would be preferring to score right now. But that last start does help the cause quite a lot there for Jesse James Allen. He has 3 first names. That's crazy.
And his last name is my middle name.
Allen?
Spelled the same. Yep.
And he's from Youngstown, Ohio.
He
Home
really
of White
is.
House Farms, my favorite blueberry donut place in the entire world. They do have a lot of other things. They're known as a blueberry donut place to me.
Okay.
I thought about going, but it's a 30-minute drive.
That's really not that bad for the greatest donuts of all time. So,
they are. They literally
so if
are.
that's the case, then I'm a little bit weary that you actually think that.
Yeah, but that means I have to leave really early tomorrow morning if I'm going to make it back in time to stream. And I'm leaving tomorrow night to go home.
Tops for Young for a 2-0 lead to get it done in 21. Not going to do so. So Allen, a chance to hold his throw, has tops with 3 clear at it.
It still has to sink this double top, going high.
Oh, just drags the last one low.
And 3 clear here for Darren Young should be a favorable opportunity.
Double 10, usually a friend for lefties. And it is for Darren Young. 2-0 lead. He's not happy about it, but all that matters is the legs column. And right now he's got 2 that he's standing on.
That is true. And 2 in the match, which is really cool to see as well. I love parity in situations like that. Darren does get the start, and it's like that was a break a throw. Race to 4.
It's more of a local kid is JJA. Taking on the Pennsylvania American darts superstar and Darren Young, who anyone you ask will tell you that the greatest American darts player of all time is Darren Young.
You know, I would have to wager that that's probably fair. I don't think there's any other way to really consider that one.
Not an American dart player.
No, American dart's the game.
Yeah.
I know what you mean there. There's definitely a big argument for who's the best North American dart player or American dart player. But specifically the American game. Yeah, I would think that's a fair take. I'll allow it. Chet, what do you think?
Chat will agree.
Chat, have you ever played it? How about
if they know
that?
about American darts, they'll agree.
I was going to say, I don't know how many of them would have actually ever had the opportunity to play something like that. Highly recommend. Tino says, greetings from Germany, Kyle, saying, I remember Darren throwing 80 averages. Oh, he still does that. Don't you worry about that at all. Ricky saying, what's up, everyone? Hope everyone's having an awesome weekend. Dan saying, Big Daddy is the smoothest throw. Hasn't changed in years. That's also a good point. Shane giving a shout-out as well. Kenny Windsor in the chat. Everybody else on Facebook, we appreciate all you guys, and all you guys over on YouTube as well, including Mike and everybody else. So thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to share around because we're getting coverage of this WDF singles event, the men's and women's. Women's moving along very quickly, by the way.
Yes, it is.
And the men's moving along fairly quick as well. We were joking a little bit earlier about, we'll be done in time for the blind draw. We actually will be. No chance I'm playing in that one. That's all you, Sean, if you want to play.
I'm playing in it.
Actually?
Oh, yeah. There's no chance I'm not playing in that.
Nice.
Just, have some fun. I have to play darts competitively on Wednesday on a stream now, so this will be actually easier for me to just do something like this. But just to play a little bit competitive.
I'm going to be vlogging you playing.
Okay. Well, you guys can look for that video never.
No,
hopefully I get a good partner so it's actually interesting.
If I wasn't as much of a sleep deficit as I feel like I am, I would absolutely be joining you. But frankly, once this stream's over, I'm going out there and I'm going to talk with these players. I think we'll both have time to do that.
Yep.
Talk and interview with some of the players, and then from there, you have fun with the blind draw. I have fun catching some Z's because that's what I'll be doing. Normally, I would be down to play. I might end up playing. Who knows?
You will. Darren, great first start. Just trying to – he's switching down to the 19s. 99 scored. Leaves 118 if he returns. Outside shot, but just a shot nonetheless here for Jesse. Yeah, he has 154 remaining as Chalker accidentally typed in the score twice. So there you go. And that chalker was Darren, by the way. So 157.
Now 156. Needs to chop it on down, but not enough to apply pressure. Darren would happily take this moment. 98 left, going to stay up. Won't get the swing, though.
Treble 18. Would have left 24. 60 remains. Jesse's still an outside shot at 116. You can go 19s if you like the tops. You can go 20s for the 36. Oh, not going to get a look.
Yeah, I don't think he liked the
off.
flight position of the first start, kind of kicking up just a little bit there.
By the way, hats off is a good sign because this is a WDF ranking event. Glad we didn't have to say anything. Tops for Big Daddy and Big Daddy. 3-0 lead. He fist pumped. I don't know if he thinks that was it, but I don't doubt it.
I was going to say it's a ladder format, so.
And it's in the last 32, so they've already played a few, or at least 1 or 2 rounds, so they're going to know better than that. It was just a friendly fist pump.
Jesse James, look at this. Finds a 140 to get things going, trying to find a rally cry. And let's be honest, I don't know where Jesse James Allen typically will find his average range, but I know for a fact that right now with Darren, Darren would expect himself to be higher than his average right now. And the fact is that he's still being clinical on his doubles, and he's also being able to utilize the namesake. Namesake has a powerful effect on opponents. And Jesse obviously was joking around, having a lot of fun with him and trying to get himself amped up, but it's easy to overamp and overexert a little bit there.
Yeah, you're correct. That being said, I also will say that while Darren does expect to play better than this, he's also – the darts and the competition is almost secondary to him when he travels now to these types of events. As an ambassador of the game, and he's one of the best. And when he shows up, he almost just falls right into that role. And I know that that's a role that he loves overall. So he'll compete. He's going to try his best, of course, but he'll be the first to tell you that he doesn't take it the same level or seriousness. He's enjoying his starts in the latter years.
And that's the way to do it, because you can be competitive and you can enjoy competitive darts, but it is a mentally taxing toll regardless of how much you enjoy it or not.
Absolutely.
So to be able to kind of just take a little bit more of a casual approach, and the fact is that he really does qualify as one of the best ambassadors of the sport. I don't think you could say any better than how you already did, Sean.
Thanks, buddy.
I normally just, like, when I say that, sometimes I don't mean it. I mean it that time.
I know. See if he utilizes the bowl here on dart 3 at 195. Certainly does. Leave 170.
Of course he does. That's Big Daddy Darren Young.
I'm excited to see Liam McNeil. I'm excited to see how he runs in this bracket. He was our boys' youth champion today. Super impressive. He played a practice game out there just for fun against Alex Spellman. Beat him 4-1. With Alex averaging 88. He said he missed a couple early doubles, and it gave McNeil a little bit of confidence, and that's all that kid needed.
That's it.
Yeah. So
that's awesome. I'd love to see that.
I think we can see he definitely has the potential to make a really good run at the age of 15. Tops and goes for Jesse James Allen. Not done yet, Big Daddy. 3-1 score line.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is the hard part for Jesse James Allen. Not getting that first leg, but getting the second leg against the darts. Good spot there. But does shift down to the 19s on the last. Solid opening onslaught there for Darren Young. Will take 82 on that open. Both these players continuing to increase their average as this match has continued on. Oh, look at that. Sean.
That's a 180 from Darren Young. Big Daddy.
I didn't mean to
Getting
scare
the
you.
first of the afternoon. Well, I almost said boom goes the dynamite, and then I realized we're not playing cricket anymore.
You can still say it. You wanted to get one in today.
Well, I appreciate that.
I didn't mean to scare you, though. The way I said it would have. I
was like, what did they do?
And to do that at this point, though, Jesse James gets his first leg, and then Darren Young's like, yeah, watch this, whippersnapper.
And he comes back like we all do after a 180. With a Grand Slam breakfast. 68 scored.
Yeah, he'll still take that. It puts all the pressure right now, knowing that he's pretty much set to guarantee a finish, barring a very catastrophic miss of a turn. That's why he dragged a little bit low, but at least plenty of space up stop. There, 41 on the turn, leaves the little fish on the return.
And with the outlaw way back there, it looks
Jesse James.
more likely that Big Daddy's going to get this job accomplished. Does not need to go the bullseye route. 110 remaining. That wouldn't have changed until dart 3 anyway. 90 left, treble 18. Does find it, so leaves 36 when he returns. Jesse's going to hit a 180, though. Oh. It would seem like the likely way just to, end it. But for Darren Young, Big Daddy, 36 and a spot in the top 16 for Big Daddy Darren Young. Great darts, great performance. 71 average. He's going to want to raise that up as we continue on. Still good enough for top 10 right now. overall on those averages today, but got a lot of work left to go. Top 16 for Big Daddy. And we will be back with more from the Cleveland Extravaganza WDF men's and women's singles ranking event right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this WDF Singles 501 Silver Ranking event live in Cleveland, Ohio at the Cleveland Extravaganza. I'm Sean Green, joined by Nick Teixeira in the booth, and we have a good one. Thomas Ball and Jason Brandon battling it out. Alabama taking on Tennessee.
Oh, looky right here, folks. We're going to have a great one on our board. There are going to be darts, there's going to be triple 20s, and there's going to be switches to the 19. You see Jason Brandon there in a great shot. All right, that's enough of that country accent for me.
What kind of country accent was that?
It's bad.
It was not good. I don't know what area of the country that southern accent was, but it was not. It was not a area in which most people would live.
I could do a pretty good Alabama one if you want. Hey, it's me. I'm from Alabama.
Jason Brandon can look back up to leave 164. Not going to do that. Sorry, that meant 167. Still not going to matter. Thomas on 221.
I was just impressed that you were able to still concentrate on math with my terrible impressions.
That was a great impression.
Thank you.
One of your better ones, actually. 45 score does not leave a finish, so JB, an opportunity early on to leave a look. The man from Cowan, Tennessee, Lakeside semifinalist this past year in 2025. So current Lakeside semifinalist, Jason Brandon, defeated former world champion Neil Duff in an epic quarterfinal affair, which involved, of course, the great 148 checkout. One of the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
on 128 here.
The performance and run that he went on was just such an incredible moment. I felt like for watching some of our North American dart success really transpire. I mean, we've been seeing that more and more lately with David Fadden's success as well recently in the circuit, and of course, Gates went on his hot streak, especially in the World Seniors Tours. That almost went there for Thomas, by the way, missing the double on the inside. Oh, good shot here for Jason Brandon. We'll get two darts at a double. It's going to be a double 6 now. And it does go. Jason Brandon does survive one dart there for leg number one as Thomas almost checked out that big 116.
And he's shaking his head. He's like, I almost got you. This to get to the quarterfinals of this men's WDF silver ranking event. Jason Brandon just trying to solidify his spot back at Lakeside. And the further along he gets in these types of tournaments here, the better off he is going to be at doing that.
Yeah, and he's coming in as a number one seed in this bracket. Looking at who he could play, you got Jason Watt or Chad Dewing, and then the winner of that will play Jesse DeShow?
Nope.
It's the who?
Stop it. It's Doohoo.
Doohoo. He told us this. I knew it. Knock, knock, who's there? Doohoo.
Yep.
I know. I should have remembered that. Jesse, don't listen to this part. I'm sorry.
Yeah, knock, knock, Jesse Doohoo. Great 140 there from Brandon. Puts it back a little bit in this leg, but Thomas has been impressive. This gentleman, just solid shot. Long javelin type darts, too.
Yeah, he's definitely putting on a good performance so far.
JB did start on the 19s with 306. That's called expert counting. 170 left for Thomas. He does look like he likes to fish.
I was giving more of like, especially with the Flaming Eagle, like a motorcycle vibe. He has a Flaming Eagle on his shirt. That's not cool. I don't know what is. I am surprised by all the different anime fans out here that keep complimenting my Goku jersey. I've gotten way more than I would have otherwise expected.
Honestly, I'm pretty surprised about it too. 72 left. Did go the treble 16 route. We'll leave 24. JB back on 188 can just put pressure on the 2-4. And it's not going to be as much as he wanted. Drags that first one way over.
And he loves playing on the bottom of the board, too.
Yes, he does.
So any opportunity he can get to justify not shooting upstairs anymore, it usually works out well for him.
Ooh, it's double 3.
That's not as friendly.
See, you know how he's a good dart player is because he doesn't miss that very often. You notice how quickly I knew it? The double 3 does go. 1-1 score line. Love it.
No, 10 out of 10.
Kind of like I can easily add up 37 because my misses, when they're misses, are misses to the left side of the board. So that 25-12 shot, way too often.
Now, I just kind of suck at my math most of the time.
Me too. I just make it up.
Oh, look at this. Jason Brandon finding a follow-up to his 140 with another one.
140 to open up a leg number 3. First to 4 here in this last 16. I believe it jumps up to a race to 6 by the final.
Yeah, I believe so. It is a little bit of an unfortunate time for Thomas to start slowing down, especially because Jason Brandon's speeding up even more. How about 3 140s in a row? That will work.
As soon as I start talking about Liam McNeil, he is out. Compliments of Brandon Goddard, 4-1 scoreline. Other last 32 results: Joseph Chaney over Jamie Brown, 4-0. Alex Spellman, 4-1 over Jacob Schaefer. Caden Newberry, 4-3 over Gary Kidd. Ball beat Stephen Krikorian, 4-1. Gavin Nickel just losing out to Jesse Duhu, 4-3. Watt beating Chad Doing, 4-3. Robbie Phillips, Larry Butler moving on, and Kevin Luke.
Well, there's a 2-1 advantage there for JB Jason Brandon, who gets that leg there.
Just cut me off if I'm doing that.
No, you were fine. That was good timing. I thought it worked out well.
Perfect.
Now we're talking about it here, so it's not as perfect.
It's worse now. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have said anything.
No, yeah, just let it ride.
All right, from this point forward, I'm just going to let that one ride.
It's only been years of us trying to work on this habit together. We're both equally bad about it. I blame Will.
Definitely Will's fault.
Yeah, come on. Can everyone just say it's Will's fault in chat? Thank you.
Hashtag Will's fault. Hashtag where's Wildo?
Where is he, though? I haven't seen him since New Orleans.
Sorry about that. Tournament director Jeff was back here just asking some questions.
No, it's okay.
I know you turned it off so that we don't even do anything.
Yeah, and then we just talked about it the previous conversation.
Well, next time I promise to do the same thing, no matter how much we talk about it.
That's incredible. Incredible work, Sean Green.
That's what I'm here for. Old dog, no new tricks. 100 scored for Thomas.
That just hurt my brain so much. Oh, my goodness.
I can't believe you expected differently from me.
Just expected more than just one sentence away. That's all I really expected.
I had already forgotten about that sentence. Oh, Thomas wired away from leaving a finish. So JB 1816 at least in hand. This to break the throw and take a 3-1 lead. Would like at least one trouble in there. And he sad dogged it all the way to the line.
Yeah, he was not happy with how that turn finished up, but it's only going to matter if Thomas puts pressure, and he's going to. How much pressure will it be? I love the bull play on that last star. I was wondering if he was going to. Great time to do so on that shot. Cleans it up, leaves a nice 2-dart check.
Treble 17. Would have left a shot at the bull. Not going to get there. Did hit 97 to leave 24. Thomas going to go the 20 route. Oh, and he misses the big number to leave the bullseye, and you see it even hurt Jason Brandon back there.
It's because that board keeps moving on him.
Something like that. The board keeps moving on somebody, and it's us. .24 for JB. 24 scored, and a 3-1 lead for Southern Comfort. Jason Brandon.
Playing smooth like Tennessee whiskey. Finds a 20 on the start. That's a good spot for him. He's just going to go ahead and load it up.
Oh, it's a nice 140 start.
He thought it was bound to happen just the way that his darts were positioned.
Still, no matter how this result is, extremely impressed with Tom.
Oh, certainly. And I guess I haven't even mentioned this yet. I'm surprised it's taking me this long.
Mention it.
Because we thought that was going to be a 180. Can we talk about, we got to see Sean Green's first ever 180. I got the chance to watch you throw that against me.
Like the first ever that you've seen?
Oh, yeah, sure. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah, it's my second overall. So
yeah, okay. That's good to know. Actually,
he switched down to the 19s. No, not that fast. What the heck, man? Been playing darts for like 15 years.
I've known people that played for 15 years. I've not hit very many 180s, that's for sure.
I wouldn't be in this. Never mind. Great darts from Jason Brandon. 134 scored. I'm bad. I'm not that bad. Leaves 136. Thomas.
You're mad at me.
Only
now.
100 scored. Jason Brandon, 136. He's got at least 6 starts to do so. See if he needs them. Just going to set it up nicely. 16 to leave tops. When he returns, Thomas, a 180 here would leave 40. Yeah, I tried to utilize the bull, did not get anywhere close to it. So JB for the match.
Gets it there. Good shot there from Jason Brandon, and Thomas is going to bid adieu in this bracket at the top 16. 93.69 average from Jason Brandon will more than suffice, and Thomas's first 2 legs was hanging right there with him. Eventually just had to ease off the gas, and Jason Brandon never slowed down. Great shot there from the Tennessean.
Speaking of great shots, how about Asia Jalbert's father, Aaron Jalbert, just won 4-0 in his top 32, averaged 91 in the process. Ooh. So the Jalberts are on fire.
Yeah, we're seeing some great darts here at the Cleveland Extravaganza in Strongsville, Ohio.
Strongsville.
46 years strong. You know, 46 years ago, I didn't have much going on because I wasn't alive yet.
46 years ago, I didn't have much going on.
Because you weren't alive yet.
I know, and that's saying a lot.
It just shows the community loves this tournament, being around for so long and seeing the great community support and the amount of players that got to jump in here last second. It was really cool to be able to see. So, guys, we'll be back with more action here in our WDF brackets as we're getting towards the latter half of both of those brackets. I'm Nick DeShore, joined by Sean Green. Don't go far, folks. We'll be back in just a moment's time.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Cleveland Extravaganza, live here in Cleveland, Ohio. I almost got that all the way out. This is the WDF Singles Ladies 501 Silver Ranking Event Semifinal, featuring two players that will not surprise you. Paula Murphy taking on Marlise Keel. Marlise has lost 2 legs all tournament long, both of those in the last round to Nikki Henshaw. Paula Murphy, well, she is 12 for 12, my friend. I'm Sean Green, joined by Nick Teixeira. Nick, I know that's not surprising to you, but at the same time, it's impressive.
I will say it like this, as Carolyn Marr's having a laugh with them there. That's who's chalking this one.
Yep.
I will say this. It is actually surprising that Paula is 12 for 12, and I will be for no other reason than the fact that Paula has openly kind of struggled on the dartboard in the last 12 months or so. Like, her struggle is still better than most at their best, it feels like. But even then, she was a little bit below her own standard, and that standard's clearly been picking back up for her lately.
I would say so. Nice 100 there from Paula Murphy.
So it's really cool to see her in top form. And Marlise, my favorite fake Canadian, Cleveland local.
Which was half her fault by having the Canadian flag as her Dart Connect.
And the other half,
logo.
My fault. Because I should have known better. Didn't trust Will Stewart.
No. Yeah, it was Will's fault.
Yeah, but I trusted Will.
Yeah, just kind of a fool me 8 times, shame on me type of situation at that point.
I love how Will's probably like, why am I getting blamed for something right now?
No, he's not thinking that. He knows why. It's because he's the one that's not here.
We miss him. Be seeing him soon, though.
Dave Feldpush up 3-2 on Elliott Milk, currently out there. 3-1 lead for Kevin Hawkins over Joe Hedrick. Robbie Phillips up 2-1 on Larry Butler. Jesse Duhu down 2-0 to Jason Watt. So Watt continuing that great run on the men's side of things out there. Brandon Goddard about to take on Aaron Jalbert. And the other semifinal going on out there is Tracy Firetag versus Trish Grezik.
Yeah, that one just now getting underway as well. So after this, we should be getting that ladies' final, depending on the timing of everything. If not, they might put they will get the final no matter what. But there might be a men's match in the middle there, just if there is a little bit of a break in timing. But looking forward to seeing these great players on the board. Great performance from both these ladies is due for us. We already saw Paula and Asia do quite well earlier in the day.
Yeah, and the same thing's actually true for Trish and Tracy on the other side of things. Not surprising that all 4 remaining players were within the final 4 of the last ladies event, which is cricket instead. Paula starting on the bullseye, so 85 remains.
Treble 15 for double top.
70 remains.
Trip 10.
She went a different route than that.
That she did. A little curious on that last start. 124 does have a chance to go. Not anymore. Need that first start to be a little bit more agreeable into that 20 segment. So Marlise can only just set up.
Does only set up there, so 11 for tops, 19 for 32 here for Paula. So I'm guessing she was going double 19 to leave double 16 on that last start of the last round.
That sounds like a Paula kind of shot.
She likes the 19s.
That's what I'm saying.
Only gets the 19, so Marlies should start on the 20s with 90 remaining and her opponent on a finish. She does not. 86 remains. Still needs that treble 18.
If it's not blocked. It's a little bit of an awkward spot for that dart to be in.
Yeah, she did go for the Leonard Gates.
I think she had to.
Yep.
It just you have to play the 20s in that scenario, though, with your opponent on a finish. It's just too risky not to.
Paula Murphy. Double 8. One more dart in hand. Does go inside. So Marlies, 74 left. Would be a heck of a hole to throw. Now 63. Gonna have to go 13 for bullseye. Treble 13 will leave 24. Bullseye.
Oh, and gets a 25, but no 50. Wanted to take that one there.
Double 2. And that one does fall in for Paula Murphy. And the day gets the leg on the board, and it's a break a throw. 1-0 lead for Murphy.
And she will get the start, just like you said there, Sean. And I repeated for some reason. Paula Murphy has definitely started off really well on that leg, getting multiple darts at double, getting herself a comfortable lead to keep the pressure on Marlies the whole time. And that was against the darts.
I just noticed for the first time, and I'm surprised you haven't said anything either. They're wearing the same jersey.
Was it the same one?
The exact same jersey.
Yeah,
design.
It is the same one.
Of course, Paula's has a couple more logos on there, but all those logos that are on those jerseys are well earned by both players.
Yeah, really cool to see that. A little symmetry. I knew that they were close to matchy-matchy. I wasn't sure if it was full matchy-matchy, but yeah.
It's matchy-matchy.
That's matchy-matchy. You know what they say?
Nope.
Neither do I, apparently.
Nope, not on that.
Completely lost that train of thought.
Yeah.
It was gone.
They were not even teammates today or anything like that. I think they just happened to show up in the same jersey. Of course, Marlies has her logo and things on the back of it. Paula's will have her own. It must be a Cosmo jersey.
Yeah, it has to be. Because I was going to say, I know that's their shared sponsor for sure.
Mm-hmm. Nice 1-2-5 from Marlies Keel. Huge shout out to Chalker, Carolyn Mars, by the way, for doing that for us.
For them. She doesn't care about us.
Well, I mean, for everybody.
That's true.
A Chalker is everybody's friend.
And that's why you buy your Chalker a beer.
As long as they win. As long as you win.
Nope, no matter what. Solid 100 there. Marlies looking really good in this leg comparatively. Seems to be having the throw is a little bit of a curse in this matchup. Ball there, 45 does not feel like anywhere near enough.
And 105 after 12 darts from Marlies is just fantastic darts. Makes it even, too. Treble 20. Ooh, now it's odd. And a huge flyer on that third one. We'll leave 83. 237 here for Paula. Needs a treble to get down to a finish. Does do that. Is that 133 or 95? 95 scored. Marlies on 83.
51 for 32 should be the look. She's just analyzing the data, deciding the route. 16 for a shot at the bowl. Taking a moment.
Yeah,
You can't go trip 10 in that moment.
I think she made that because of the 142 outside shot from Paula than she did just by shooting the wrong shot. I think that was a conscious choice. She just missed those two. And it's not going to bite her here.
No, I mean, very well the case. It's just one of those things where I feel like you get to the bowl and then make the decision there is kind of always been my mentality. But you're right. There is nothing wrong with that shot, especially if you're not expecting the 142 to go in that given instance. But it's also always scary to bet against Paula Murphy. As Paula's pointing and doing the math there real quick, confirming and getting things fixed. 44, not 54.
55 left for Marlies. Tops to tie it up 1-1. Oh, around the outside. So Paula, this is for a hole to throw. 98 left. We might see 78 treble 18. Ideally, treble 14.
Yeah, full confidence in her routing decisions there, but unfortunately does not produce the result she really wanted to get.
Marlies would like this to settle in and break right back, and it's not going to happen. And the shake of the head was almost as if it was in the cards. Oh, and Paula, this isn't master out. You can't hit that treble.
It was a really cool shot, though.
She busted it.
I did that one
Too
the
good.
other day. Then I actually did that while I was here, I'm pretty sure.
You did. In a match against me. Well, a leg, not a match. Still won that leg, don't worry.
Okay, good.
I was on 345 when you did it.
Well, it must have been all the pressure I was feeling. Double two. Leaves the madhouse.
I feel like she stared right at us and shook her head.
Yeah, it felt personal.
See if Paula can avoid that treble 20 this time. She does that with a double 20. Double 10. Is in for Paula Murphy. Double-double. Goes the cheeky route to take a 2-0 lead in this semifinal bout in the women's WDF silver ranking event here in the Cleveland Extravaganza.
And Paula's very emotive in the background over there, having some fun talking with the audience. This, by the way, we haven't really mentioned this at all. This angle right here makes this look like a very small tournament. It's actually a really large size hall.
Yes.
Like
you can see the boards in the very background. That's how
that's
far
a
back,
whole nother room, and pretty much there's only a couple boards on this wall, and then the tournament desk, and then the concession area.
Yeah, I believe this is 3 different ballrooms or conference rooms of space. A lot of space is what we're trying to say, guys. Not to brag or anything.
But we are bragging. Because we're here, and you're not. Why aren't you here? Come on over. The water's just fine.
Yeah, if we were able to get here with our short notice, then you guys probably could have gotten here too.
That is true.
Nice 140 from Paula Murphy. That's more like it in the scoring department.
Yeah, and Paula hasn't shown her full force of scoring by any means, but has been doing just what she needs to do on the doubles to get this 2-0 advantage. She wants it to be a 4-0 win to continue her perfection streak.
Hunter, the Utahns got top 4, actually, in the cricket doubles. Jessica and Jillian. Ooh, Marley's great first start. She stays straight now. She'll leave a finish. She does that. Time to leave 160. Paula, with a couple big troubles, becomes the favorite again. But this is the second time Marlise has been on a finish after 12.
Yeah, and still no legs to show for it. This is a good one for her to try to get on the board. It's just her throw, but you don't care about that. You don't care about the politics of the throw, the dichotomy of the matchup. You're just thinking, man, let me just make my 0 into a 1, and then from there I'll figure out how to get to a 4. 4 wins, that is.
She did switch on dart 3 down to the 19th, hit the treble, so it leaves 82. And once again, Paula can just pressure it.
That seems to be the plan.
Gonna do a little bit of that. 88 plays 82. Marley's going to start on the bull here.
She might go 42. No, she does go bull.
17 will leave tops. Tops. to make it 2-1. Hold a throw. Oh, drags over to the double 1. Paula has options on the way that she goes about this. Yep. Goes the 16s route. 2 singles, I believe. 52 left.
Be 50.
Nope, 56 left. That's what I meant to do. I just did the opposite on the math there. Apologize.
Now Marlies sitting at 38. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. I think Paula would. I think that both these players would rather flip flop the 40 and 38 right now on the score line. Double 16. Double 12. No, doesn't go. Paula Murphy survived more doubles to keep her perfection streak alive.
Yeah, you're not going to be 0 for whatever Marlies is right now on doubles. Paula Murphy, double 10. Double 5. Finds the double 5 for a 3-0 lead. That was a dagger of a double 5 from Paula Murphy. And she now will have the throw for a potential 4-0 victory. Still has yet to lose a single leg in this tournament, Nick Teixeira.
Sean Green, that's just an absolutely insane statistic. And good on Paula. I mean, Darty royalty here, especially in the leading steel tip women's game for quite some time in the States. Truly an impressive player through and through. Again, a player I talked about earlier when Darren Young was on the stream, that I had her flights. That was the flights I threw with the Dolphin Paula Murphy flights for quite some time. So,
it's a good Floridian pick.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a little bit of a homer pick, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And don't be wrong, I was also the same guy in 2018 saying Baggage Bay USA is the hashtag that I remember everyone was going around with from our area.
And for me, it was Darren Young. I wasn't a huge Spider fan. However, I love the black and gold of his flights. And so that was why I picked those. Because it's all about the looks, and that's a nice 100. As long as it's staying in there, it is. I think it was laying on top of it, but it was touching. That's the second time we've seen something like that.
That is true.
That's a perfect first start for Paula to stack right on top. And she's going to be annoyed that she didn't take more of an advantage of it. Because that's a bad 66. There's good 66. That's when you go 1-5, triple 20. But the bad one is when you go triple 20 and then you miss in the 1-5.
But still continuing on, another 100 there for Marlies. Her scoring
tons.
has been just fine, man. I mean, it's really been good. It's her doubling that's just kind of evaded her a little bit. And Paula just being efficient on her doubles, not wasting many opportunities, has been the big difference maker in this matchup.
85 from Paula. Just marching a little bit left and right compared to Marlies in this moment until that moment exactly. Snatchy on the first start.
Still finds the treble on the last. 81 on the score. Does get her to a finish at 160. Paula at 209. Can she put some pressure on it? She looks like she's going to. That one gets away from her just a little bit.
Is that first one below? I think it is below.
No, it's definitely in. No, it's definitely low. I knew that the whole time. Oh, boy. It's been a fun weekend here in Cleveland.
Could have literally waited just 2 more seconds.
I know, but I wanted to show my confidence. I was feeling spunky.
Well,
I should
just avoiding that from this point forward.
No more spunk out of this guy, let me tell you.
Jeez. Paula Murphy, 3-0 lead. Marlies Keel on a finish. Can pressure that 110 hard. But so far, not so good. Will leave a finish no matter what at this point, though. Unless she knocks out one of those darts and has a bounce out.
That would be brutal.
Even that leaves a finish. Not ideal. 22 scored.
Now at 110, Marlies can continue to check away.
It's on. It's off.
It is off. She needed to hit the 10 for double top. Doesn't go. You can see her evaluating how she wants to go ahead and set up from here. having a full-blown debate with herself. She's not happy with how much that dart dropped from her.
Does leave 32. If she returns, Paula Murphy can go the 19s route on this and have 32 at the end of the day.
She's been shooting more 20s than I think we're typically used to seeing. Well, why do you think that is, that she's not using her faithful 19s that was kind of patent to the Paula game?
I'm going to guess it's because she feels comfortable in those 20s today, because she'll be the first person to switch if she needs to. I am surprised that on checkouts like 146, she does not utilize those 19s more, if you know what I'm saying.
I do.
Marlies to get the first leg against Paula Murphy on the board, just still unable to find a double. And that storyline continues.
And Paula at 107 in striking distance. A 401 to get to the finals and would put her 16 for 16 on the day in this event, I should say.
You see how much she got focused there. 88 left, treble 16. Not going to go. 81 remains, so she can go back to her trusty 19s. Or she can go 15s to leave 36. She's just doing some different stuff than I would expect.
She's keeping us on our toes.
Or at least 3 more darts. That's not going to help any. And sometimes the one that doesn't help any helps the most is that in or above.
That's 22 score. That's a bust.
It is. And it will be 1 dart at a double for Paula, most likely. It is at tops. Match dart incoming for a spot in the finals.
Trying to get herself settled into place. Visualizing her target. Double top is the look. Not found.
That was a pretty fat 15, to be honest with you.
She would have to agree. Not going to be happy with that dart. She's kind of even pantomiming that in the background. And you figured a double would eventually go in for Marlies. There it does into the double 8. She almost was in disbelief at it, it seems. And she now gets to start in this leg as well.
And I can almost guarantee you that Paula knew about, winning every leg up to that point and probably wanted to keep that up. So that's going to be an annoyance to her. At the end of the day, though, she just needs to finish the job, because the last thing you want to do is bring in someone like Marlies, who has been averaging better than Paula throughout the match up until this moment.
Yeah, now there's almost zero separation between them, and you see Paula trying to immediately utilize her faithful 19s, and seems to be a fortuitous decision early on.
Tracy Firetag up 3-0 on Trish Grezik, averaging 65 in the process right now. Heather, I like how you said third. Top 4, but that's third and fourth.
Yeah,
but we'll take that. Definitely third then.
Both of the top 4 people that finish usually say, I got third.
Yep.
You can round up. We'll allow it. We'll decide based off vibes who got third and who got fourth.
Who's on first? Good talk. All right, back to the action. 26 scored there from Marlies. Do you not know that bit? You don't know the who's on first bit?
No. Is this like... no, I have no idea.
Costello?
No, not a clue.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm not even going to attempt to explain it at this point in the semifinal here of this
Are
ladies
you
match.
sure we have?
But off camera
Okay, sounds good.
and off stream, I'll be more than happy to show you that.
Thank you,
that
Sean. I
bit.
appreciate that.
It's real old school. You might find it either really dumb or really hilarious, and I'm actually not sure which one it's going to be.
Probably a little bit of both.
I think you'll like the cleverness of it. And that's a great 140 from Marlies, who, again, starting to find some heat. The last thing you want to do is let her get right back in this.
And Marlies has been the top scorer between the two. And Paula has been kind of switching between her 20s and 19s as this leg's continued on. Marlies is the type that really could do a run back in this moment. She is a tough competitor. We've seen her get results. We've seen her on so many different streams, just like Paula as well, of course. But just given the current situation, you would have to think that Marlies is getting more and more momentum in this matchup, and she was having her early double troubles. She wouldn't have any worries at all.
You're correct. She's had shots at doubles in every leg but one, maybe? And multiple darts at double.
And there it does hit 320s, but not enough, as at least 163. So Paula Murphy can actually be the first one out of finish now.
Should be. Will be. How good of a finish will it be? 126 will be back when she remains. Marlies on 163, the bogey.
Yeah, 126 is a good Paula Murphy finish, right? 419s.
Great cover shot on the last start from Marlies because now she's got pressure on that 126.
Yeah, definitely a needed shot nonetheless.
But you're correct. Paula Murphy gets her honey pot on this look. Needs the treble. Will not get it. Yep, and she has gone 88 on the 16s every time. Do love me a little white wedding out there from Billy Idol.
It's fine.
That's because you're just fine. Tops from Marlies to make it 3-2. That would have been a hole to throw. Only has to break Paula once to send this to a last leg decider. But Paula, one more of those. Oh, it does not go, but she does leave a finish still. Had 56. 22? No, 32. It was a happy little accident. Double 10 from Marlies. Is that in the 15 or the 10? 10. It is in the 10. 3-2 score line. The comeback is officially on. It's gone on for so long, Carolyn needs a drink.
Wow, that's like a commercial pose for the drink.
Diet Coke. Fuel for chalker.
It looks like they're having a full-blown chalker session there. And here we go, Paula Murphy to go ahead and get the start, 3-2. Paula has not dropped a leg and was 3-0 and had some darts at double. Now all of a sudden, starting to slip in the way of Marlies.
But this will help. A great 140 opening. She was perfect through 2 darts. Marlies is also on the 9. Aww.
Oh,
85.
shiny.
It sounds good, though, doesn't it?
It does.
We do have a quarterfinal matchup set on the men's side. Jason Brand and Jason Watt. Robbie Phillips is in the quarterfinals. Aaron Jalbert and Alex Spellman currently those that have qualified so far. Kevin Luke, Kevin Hawkins going on out there. Joe Chaney is still waiting on an opponent as Kevin Yasinchek and Todd Baumgartner are playing currently. And then David Feldpush and Darren Young, that last top 16 matchup going on. And nice 140 from Marlies. After Paula goes 140, 140.
It seems like everyone's in 140s. They're just giving those things out. I wish I could borrow a few because my darts have been not very good this weekend.
I know who else will wish that. My partner tonight in the blind draw will wish that I had grabbed some of those.
That is true. Yeah, blind draw starting here in 2 hours and some change. So if you're nearby, you better get over here now for the close sign-ups. Get in and play the blind draw here at the Cleveland Extravaganza.
And it's going to be a big one, almost guaranteed with the amount of events that will not be going on at that time. None of them should be still continuing with a break in between. So I'm going to guess that the majority of those top shots, if they might be early night or it might be have some fun playing the blind draw later. Oh. 140, 180 from Paula. Thank you so much, Caroline. And Jason. I knew the chat was there. I just wanted to see if you guys were paying attention. I know what 140 and 180 equals. That equals the 181. You're right, guys. Sorry, Nick didn't yell at anything for the 180, so I just assumed it didn't happen.
That is true. I normally do have to alert Sean, hey, 180 alert, so. It's because he's so focused on everything else. He's such a hard worker.
Tops for Paula. So I try not to laugh at that. And there it is, Paula Murphy, 94. 14 darter from Paula Murphy in the last leg.
Yeah, after she goes 140, not 140, 180, and then goes ahead and cleans it up from there. Great stuff from Paula. Marlies did a good job of fighting back in that leg and got a couple off Paula, but did not quite get it finished, as I believe is that other semi still going.
I doubt it. It was a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, no, it is done and dusted, so we'll be moving on to that ladies' final.
Paula Murphy, Tracy Firetag, number 1 and number 2 in the WDF rankings for the Americans. For the ladies, we'll be battling it out. So stay tuned for the final of the women's WDF silver ranking event here at the Cleveland Extravaganza right after this.
Welcome back, everybody, to the finals here of the WDF Silver event in Strongsville, Ohio for the Cleveland Extravaganza. I am excited to be bringing you Tracy Firetag and Paula Murphy against each other for what should be an excellent matchup. Nick Teixeira, Sean Green on the mic, and Sean, we have a good one in front of us, don't we?
U.S. number 1 versus U.S. number 2 in the WDF standings. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a darn good one. My teacher Phil here helped me out there at the end. As I almost said the same thing that for stopping water.
Well, welcome in, Sean. I'm
Hey.
excited to have you here in the booth with us.
So far, the final has started off great and calm, so we'll see if it improves from this point. Paula Murphy, Tracy Firetag. Tracy, the number 1 seed. Paula, the number 2 seed.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing these tough competitors play each other on the board. We saw great stuff from Tracy and Paula earlier. Tracy particularly in the doubles that we got a chance to see her in. Looking forward to seeing what that looks like here in this final, in this given moment. Of course, Paula, up until that last match, was a couple legs short of perfection as she finally did lose her first 2 legs of the entire run.
Yeah, exactly. Paula has been on a tear so far. Tracy has had a great start to this year. Of course, the number 1 seed for the ladies in this one. But you want to talk about ranking titles between the two of them.
I do.
37 WDF titles for Paula Murphy. Tracy has 3 in just this year, plus a runner-up in a semifinal. So in her 5 WDF events that she's played, she's done this at least 4 times.
That's incredible.
Sorry, in the 6 that she's played, she's done 5 of these at least.
Well said, Sean. No, she's absolutely been proving to be a tough competitor on the board, and that's something that none of us that have already known her can doubt. But if you only know Paula or you only know Tracy, just know that either one of these ladies can absolutely take this final because they're so dang tough on the board, consistently in and out of finding perfection time and time again.
.90, 84 scored there from Paula. Leaves 152. Tracy back on 240.
Having a little bit of a laugh over there. But Tracy needs to leave a finish. She wants to pressure Paula, especially because it's her throw. You want to set a good precedent early on in this matchup. It's a first to 5, so slightly extended format from what we just saw in the semis. And every leg matters, but the first one and the last one are the only ones I ever think about.
Well, that switch there from Tracy, no matter how blocked that 20 was not the right dart. Would have left 163 if she would hit the treble 19.
Paula finds 100 to leave 52 on her return.
Yeah, great opening leg against the throw for Paula Murphy.
Good switch back up. Just needs to make sure to stay true. Does do so. 61 on the score. Gets her to 140, but Paula expects herself to be able to take this one right here and right now.
Tops for Murphy. Oh, all the Canadians just scampered away there.
That's crazy.
As soon as Garfinkel walked in, it was like they were afraid of the giant.
That's it. That's the Paul Bunyan they all heard about.
Tracy not going to be able to take this out, and her average for the day is second overall at an 85, or sorry, a 65, not an 85, 65. Paula at a 62.5. So Paula upping her game here a little bit, and Tracy leaving a little bit to be desired so far. That 100 will help, but double 10. Double 5, we've seen her pin this a few times. She split it, so nobody misses double 4. And Paula Murphy doesn't either. Great idea to split that dart. 1-0 lead here for Paula Murphy, and it's a break of throw.
Yeah, that split turned out very well there for Paula, who has done very well with her form. We've seen her, we talked about this a little bit in the previous matchup, but overall she's looking pretty comfortable on the top side of the board, which is how you know her form's feeling great, because normally she's a 19 heavy shooter. She loves the 19s typically, and when she does do her switches, she does really well with them, although this time, a little bit of an oopsie on the open with that 13.
Yeah, it's a lucky number for some, unlucky for others. We'll see how that result plays out for Paula. We almost had a men's top 8 match jump in front, and that would have been weird.
Well, yeah, we were kind of talking about that timing earlier, and I think there was just a little bit of confusion at the desk.
It was just perfect timing for it not to work out. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not going to talk to me anymore? Just kidding.
No.
I wouldn't either.
It's been a good run.
It's about time.
Tracy continuing to try to find success on the 19. She's been more 19 heavy than Paula in this matchup, that's for sure. And then occasionally switching back up. She's been feeling a little bit of a blockage on those last starts, it seems, after finding 2 at the 19, and has been consistently moving between the 2 numbers. And Paula doing some good work on the 20 so far. Finds a 140 on the turn.
Great 140 from Paula, especially after those first 2 kind of duds of rounds.
But there, frustrations from the neighbors. 37 on the score the hard way with all those trips in the way. Paula continuing to try to chuck away at these 20s, but there takes a break for breakfast, giving a little bit of reprieve for Tracy in this early moment of this leg.
I like that, taking a break for breakfast.
Taking a break for breakfast? Thank you.
I'm a sucker for alliteration, though, so.
Oh, I love alliteration. That's why if you ever, you should sit next to us at TOC when we do this next time. To sit next to Jen and I when we're trying to come up with captions for those TOC or NDA posts. We have so much fun just trying to come up with any alliteration possible. Or puns.
That's why I appreciate those captions.
That's why Abby got a singles win, and I looked at Jen and I said, Abby hits the spot.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Great cover shot from Paula. She did start on the 19s there. Couldn't find that, but does find the treble 20. This is the first match, I think, that Tracy has played today that Dave Garfinkel has not had it to work, which is why he's sitting down back there.
He doesn't know what to do with his hands. If you're curious, he's paid handsomely in Red Bull at the moment.
The man behind Dirty Jersey Darts, or DJD.
Paula still pulls out in front, but definitely not the breakaway that she expected that turn to be. 236 for Tracy needs to get brought on down into place. She wasn't happy with that first start at all just because of the position. Recovers well into the 20. Should just stay there for some more action. Move to the side, trying to throw into it.
Oh,
no, she moves to the 18, even better.
Big dart. Nice 1-3-3.
Massive shot in that moment because Paula now has some pressure on this 155, and you see her take that breath.
And for these ladies, Tutton plus checkout is doable every time they have that shot, especially at one treble. Look at it like 103.
Paula frustrated 24 after 2 darts.
It's okay to miss the treble. It's not okay to miss as much left and right as Paula and Tracy do, and that's why they are currently, and that's why they're getting frustrated with themselves. You can always plan if you stay straight. 84 left. Treble 20. Double 12 for a 103 and a break a throw right back. Will she return, or will Paula Murphy pull out another masterful finish? 74. 32. Double 8. And she does hold the throw with the last dart, 74, pinned by Paula Murphy. 2-0 lead over Tracy Firetag. First to 5 legs. Extended format here in the final, my friend.
Yeah, this is getting to a must-win leg, though, for Tracy. You want to avoid the John Part golden rule, because John Part, when he makes up rules, you better listen to him. Because she gets this leg, it's only 1 leg difference, and she just has to try to focus on breaking the throw in the next. If she loses this leg and she gets broken, Paula Murphy only 2 legs away from the win while being 3 legs ahead of Tracy. Tough position to find yourself in.
It's even tougher because it's also a double break a throw if Paula does win this leg.
And that's a lot of breaking. And this isn't no China shop, you bull.
And look at the master. She has switched to start scoring on those 19s. Paula Murphy going to her bread and butter when she needs it most, and right now, she's utilizing it. I feel like it would almost be a sign of respect if I was playing against Paula and she started on the 19s. Because that means that she respects you enough to where she's going to, like, do her, like, give herself the best chance to score in each leg.
I mean, that's an
she's going to do it on 20s too, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying and the sentiment behind it. It's definitely an interesting point, though, because you're right. She's known for being a strong 19 shooter, but she's shooting the 20s more. And again, I wonder if there's a confidence thing. And the more I think about it, the more I think, is that something she's consciously trying to just work on in her game in general, and then kind of going to the comfort. Because I know I go for a cover shot, third dart, 17 way more than I should, just because of my comfort of the habit of going to the 17s, more than it being mathematically viable sometimes. And I think that that's why you kind of see her start to slip in some of those 19 rhythms at times where you typically would either see her stay there the whole time or not at all.
.71 scored there from Paula. Cleanna Brandon is chalking this match. Her dad's actually playing on a different board, but originally was called up to this board.
And she's like, well, I already got the job.
I'm going to stay.
Don't blame her. Listen, I love some JB Jason Watt, but come on, it's the ladies' final.
And Jason Watt currently up 3-0 on Jason Brandon, so that will definitely be Cleanna's fault.
Now that would be crazy.
And it's going to be Garfinkel's fault here if Tracy doesn't pull this out, because he's been chalking every other match of hers, and this is the final. And right now, Paula's up 2-0.
And that's why I need a chalker, so that way I can blame another factor instead of myself when I end up not getting those leg wins.
I have a chalker for the blind draw. It's you.
Oh, that's a bold assumption.
If you don't
Is it a cricket blind draw or no one blind draw?
Actually, it might be the cricket blind draw.
If it's the cricket blind draw, I might chalk for you.
I'll just chalk myself if it's cricket blind draw.
I know where your darts go, and I can't trust that I'll be able to chalk very efficiently on it.
If I can, you can. Paula.
Oh, it's an 0-1 blind draw. I'm in trouble.
Then never mind. 77 scored from Paula. Leaves 121 after 15. One of her better scoring legs, but again, it's because, in my opinion, she's attacking the 19s. Tracy on that switch has not worked out.
Yeah, she's been trying to make that switch happen because of how much she's been using the 19s and not liking some of those lower hanging darts kind of kicking up. But you're right, it has not been fortuitous for her.
She's about 6 points below her average for the tournament here in this match, too, which is also unfortunate to not find her best at the right time.
It's also some of that Paula pressure. I mean, like, it
Paula
really
pressure is
is
a real thing. .84 left. She does go the trip 16 route. 89 scored. So leaves 30. That's not right. Yeah, 85 scored. Leaves 36.
Still a great setup shot.
That'll work.
Tracy's going to need to leave a finish here just in case this doesn't go for Paula. Again, it really does feel like a must-win leg for Tracy, and she is just not really in this leg despite having the darts.
Yeah, it's a situation where as soon as like the pulls start to happen, they just kind of, it's so hard to adjust it. You can see that frustration setting in. Paula just practicing the release there. Double 18, just wires. Double 9. Ooh, and it's starting to get a little bit shaky. We'll come back with double 9 if Tracy does not take out this 145.
Man, would she like to, though. Not going to happen now. So she's going to continue to try to focus on setting up here and hope that Paula doesn't take out 18 on the return like you mentioned. Expect Paula to probably split on the 18, 2 for double 8.
I'm not sure. It looks like she's going right at it.
She very well may.
She is. But is that awkward now? Yeah, she split now. She just did it a dart later than you thought. Double 8 for a 3-0 lead. That's outside. Tracy going to start on the 20s here. Wants to ensure at least one dart at the bowl. She started on the 16s. She's going to get 2 darts at tops instead. That was a bold move, Cotton, but it's going to hopefully pay off for her. Double 10. Goes in for Tracy Firetag. It is a hold to throw and a must-hold leg, like you said at the start of this one. Paula giving her some props there. 2-1 lead, Paula Murphy, but Tracy right back in this match after that double hit.
Yeah, certainly an incredible recovery there because of the max pressure being on, and Paula's going to feel frustrated. I really do feel like if she split that earlier, it would have been a little bit of a different story instead of going right at the double 9, just because of how well she has been on her 8s and 16s. We've seen her consistently be using those doubles in this matchup and using them to success. But it's too late to think about that now. Tracy's on all cylinders, it seems, and that might be the confidence boost she needed to get this final really going.
Reminder, we still have the men's event going on out there. We have 3 top 8 quarterfinal matchups going on. Kevin Hawkins up 1-0 on Robbie Phillips. Alex Spellman, Darren Young. Alex Spellman up 2-1. Alex is averaging 94.5. Darren's averaging 96 after those 3 legs. Jason Watt up 3-1 on Jason Brandon. All races to 4 there for the men's quarterfinals. And then, of course, Paula Murphy, Tracy Firetag going on currently here on our streaming board.
Yeah, if you guys want to find out how to watch along, just go to DCTV, Dart Connect TV, that is, and you'll be able to find out all the different brackets, all the different matches, and be able to look at the stats of all the different players just by going to the Events tab and selecting the Cleveland Extravaganza. And you'll be able to find out way more information. On top of that, you can follow other events and follow your favorite players. Hit that notification bell, and you'll get notified every time Sean Green plays on the board, Nick DeGero, Paula Murphy, Tracy Firetag, whoever is your favorite. Dart Connect, one of my favorite pieces of darting software, I'll tell you that much.
And definitely don't follow me. I don't do anything like that.
Yeah,
It would be a waste of
now that my
follow.
DPFL season's over, I probably won't be very active on my competition card either. I still have my notifications on for when Jen and Will play, though.
The averages just went up for Spellman and Young. It's now 2-2. Darren Young now averaging 99 to Alex's 98.
You know what? I would have to say, not bad. Above average. It's exceptional. That's some great stuff we're seeing. It's a testament to the talents of the different people in this dart hall.
And then we still have one top 16 match. Kevin Yasenchek up 2-0 on Joseph Cheney right now. The winner of that one will do battle with Aaron Jalbert in that last quarterfinal match. Tracy, not the ideal first dart to put pressure on the 138 for Paula. Not a must-break throw here, but you're going to eventually run out of time and just a race to 5.
And let's see what Paula does with this 138, because it's not even about taking it out. It's about putting so much pressure that you feel like the 141 just never had a chance, but especially if you take this, it feels great.
Single 20 will leave tops for Paula. Or whatever.
Played it extra safe. She
Yep.
She did need a single 20 earlier that hit a trip 20, so.
For sure. It's better than going back to 138. Oh, maybe not. Treble 19. Would have left the double 12.
And you thought it was going to go there for a second. 20 for 20 for Paula.
Now 40 left. Now double 10 that she has already pinned twice in this match. not again. She has not pinned it twice in this match, but she's pinned it a lot today.
She has been a lot on the double 10 there, as you can see the confusion about looking for the flights.
Tracy, 12 for tops. Double 10. This to break. It's a great opportunity that she might not get again on a break a throw. And I think she might realize that importance. Paula's split on 10. She's also gone right at it. She might split at this moment, but it looks like she's looking, to split. And she does not split.
Yeah.
That's like taking an iron off the tee in golf and still missing the fairway.
That's exactly what I was thinking, that exact kind of thing. Iron my tee as she goes ahead and finds the double 10, makes it 2-2. Good shot there.
Yeah, 2-2 score line. There's nothing between them. 0.1 is the difference in the averages.
That's not a lot of points between them then.
Everything else is identical.
And it shows, though. I mean, I think Tracy is she's number 2 seed for a reason. She's a very competitive player that's gotten a lot of results lately. And if her only fault is sometimes she kind of over or under amps herself a little bit in these matches, you're going against Paula Smooth Murphy, right? She is known for being calm, relaxed, and for the most part just kind of always in gear one way or another. So this is a good matchup for both these players as now Tracy's getting herself settled more and more, and Paula continues to try to have to keep pushing herself more and more. Both these girls are exactly where they want to be in this moment.
Tracy's rhythm to her throw is now better. Like that switch from the 19 to the 20 was just a lot smoother there in that throw. Should give a little bit more extra confidence. The momentum, I think, has helped a lot too, as it is now definitely in the favor of Tracy Firetag. After that break, becomes back the favorite to win just because she has the throw again. But only 31 scored there.
Yeah, but Paula Murphy's back at 375, so Paula's going to need to find a ton-plus turn if she wants to go ahead and make things chalk or better.
See if she can find that field goal right in between those two. She tried.
And Tracy going to try to just continue to push on down to a finish. Needs to find trouble to leave a finish single. Will not do so.
Great dart.
Yeah, that is a massive shot there for Tracy. She's definitely getting a lot of momentum after being what looked to be it was about to be a 3-0 down position. I started to really turn this one on its head. What do you think Paula's thinking right now?
Get it together. Hit some triples. Come on. You got this. Long way to go. And by that, I mean she's not going to panic.
Yeah.
It's Paula freaking Murphy. She's been in worse situations in bigger moments, so.
Yeah, again, a smooth criminal as they come when it comes to Paula on the board. She is always, even if she gets frustrated, shakes her head at herself a little bit there. I mean, who doesn't? But overall, her composure level at all times is pretty much usually where it needs to be.
She probably has one throw thought that she's just trying to work out right this second. Just to kind of fix it.
Single 11 for double top. This will be a big one for Tracy on 111. Hits the check. Tracy Firetag takes 3 on the spin in this final. Oh, my goodness, what a shot there. And Paula Murphy going to get the start here for leg number 6.
Huge. Huge darts from Tracy Firetag. Now in the driver's seat. And Paula to the trusty 19. She goes. Spellman Young going to a last league decider. Spellman averaging 97. Darren Young averaging 95.
Oof.
It's great to see Big Daddy battling with a guy who he probably never battled with in the past in the CDC.
Yeah,
because they weren't really at the same time. It was kind of a shifting gears there
Definitely
when Darren was going out of the CDC with Alex coming in. So this is actually, that's a really fun
little matchup happening over there.
Yeah, with both of them top gear. Kind of like this right here. Big 1-3-3 from Paula. Starting to score on those 19s.
Yeah, that big check from Tracy might have given her the big push for Paula to kind of snap back into full speed. She was kind of, I wouldn't say coasting is the right word, because she was trying to push for more, but both of them weren't really pressuring each other in the way that they want to. And when one starts firing, the other one's going to fire right behind.
Right now, Tracy is firing on all cylinders and tagging those doubles to get that 3-2 lead.
Yeah, Tracy is fire tagging.
The averages are going up for both ladies, though.
Again, playing in tandem with each other, taking advantage of the fact that your opponent can be your motivator for multiple reasons. In this moment, it's not about pressure anymore. They seem to be settled into this match, and now it's really about playing to their differences, their strengths, seeing what they can accomplish in moments like this. As now Paula sitting at 139 after 9. It won't go now. It's just set up 2D for Paula Murphy.
Does exactly that. 74 remains. Treble 14. Would have left 32. Said 63 when she returns.
Yeah, not happy with how her dart kind of dropped down there, but with Tracy, even if she collects 100 to leave the 167, it's going to be a tough ask, and she's going down, finds the first hour of success, 210 remaining.
Just got to stay straight.
To leave the big fish.
Does it?
Good insurance policy on the shot. But Paula still expects to get this one done here.
Misses the big number once again. 45 remains.
13 double.
16.
16.
Yep, you're good. Sorry, I was waiting for you to say it, but then you didn't.
I started
time.
listening to the PA announcement halfway through sentence. Sorry about that one, folks.
Does not get it done there, so let's see if Tracy likes to fish. Spellman did win that 4-3. 97 was his average at the end of it.
Oof, what a show.
It's on. Oh. Does she go bullseye here? Treble 18?
One of those two.
Those
Either
are the
one.
ideal options. 4 leaves 86. 32, though, from Paula to tie it right back up. Double 8 now. You don't want to play around. Not with Tracy in striking distance.
And not with the momentum that Tracy has.
Yeah, this is this could be pretty much the match if she hits this. 68 remains, going to stay right there. 18 for Bull. Bullseye. The red bit in the middle.
Oh, and she was trying to get herself to match point. Doesn't happen yet. So now Paula gets a shot at double 4. And Paula needs to get another leg on the board after that 2-0 jump. She's just kind of had a little bit of a cold streak when it comes to doubles.
Nick, nobody misses double 4. Except for Paul Murphy right there. Madhouse. Not going to go. Fire tag in the driver's seat to make this 4-2. One leg away from the title. Double 10. Goes in. And Fire Tag does take a 4-2 lead on Paula Murphy. That's a break. Tracy now throwing for the title for the ladies WDF single silver ranking event.
Was looking at being in a situation where she was going to be 3-0 down and had to have potentially done a double break to get into this position. Instead, 4 on the spin, and Tracy Fire Tag one leg away in a dream from winning this WDF silver event here in Cleveland, Ohio.
And right now, she's doing it the same way Paula would. The 19s is where the scoring prowess is for Tracy. And I don't know about you, but I would hate to be a chalker of these two in this final. Garfield got off easy.
I will say Cleon is doing much more
amazing.
impressive than you would expect. Just because I'm struggling with some of their switches going up and down. But it's just because of the fact of when they're doing it is catching me off guard. It's great throwing from these lasers. They continue to get better and better. But Tracy certainly being nothing short of impressive right now.
Paula, big 140. Just to stay right there with Tracy.
Tracy going to play for the 100. That's why she started up at the 20 there.
Yep, switching right back to her comfort zone. It looks like she's looking back up one more time. Does find it on dart 3. Good cover shot.
And Paula a little bit trickier here. Needs to make sure to be careful about your shot selection. Don't accidentally leave a bogey.
Yeah, now she will.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's why she's upset.
Well, especially because those darts aren't even far off.
But a trouble here leaves 166, and that doesn't help.
And Tracy continues to defend her throw. 9 darts at 186. She can go ahead and be the first one at a finish, and she can really leave herself a good finish in this shot. One important turn this is 76 scored, 110 remaining, moving back up. No, she stays down for the 95. She's been doing 419s in the shot at the 20 so consistently. I almost expected her to go ahead and take that swing upstairs, but there still continues to find a great dart. But Paula Murphy snapping right back.
Do it for the fans, Paula.
She gives us a little.
She should go 18s.
Little shimmy there.
Yep. Triple 18 would have left 32. Which is much better than 26, but hey, you know. Oh, great first start from Tracy. Tops for the match and the title. Double. 10 for the win. Pins it once more, and Tracy fire tag. 5 on the trot. 70 average and a 5-2 victory with a 15 darter in the last leg against Paula Murphy.
Yeah, the 5 legs there for Tracy just to snap right into it and do what she did against Paula Murphy. Certainly incredible, and Tracy should be proud of herself, and you can see by the reaction from that double going in, she is. Well-deserved win, and Paula Murphy, you can't win them all, but hey, good run at it, just falling shy there after that 2-0 jump.
Well, Nick, let's get everybody updated on what's going to be happening. We're going to have 2 more matches this evening. It'll be a semifinal for the men and then the final. So far, Jason Brandon is in the semifinal, Alex Spellman in the other semifinal. They are awaiting opponents. Robbie Phillips versus Kevin Hawkins. Well, the winner of that one gets Jason Brandon. And the winner of Kevin Yasenchek, who's still having a great day, and Aaron Jalbert.
Wasn't Jason Watt up 3-0 against?
He was.
Wow.
Yep.
Jason Brandon completed the reverse sweep.
Sure did. Spellman just defeated Darren Young 4-3 with a 98 average to get that job done. So stay with us, folks. A lot of great darts. Well, a few more matches of great darts coming your way from the Cleveland Extravaganza here in Cleveland, Ohio.
Say it right.
I am. You're saying it terribly.
The Cleveland Extravaganza.
That's the worst way to say it ever. That's not even. There's no way that's a correct pronunciation.
You can say it, but it's fun. Try it.
No.
Once.
You don't want me to say it the way that I'm about to.
We'll be right back.
Yep.
Welcome back, everybody, to our coverage here of the WDF Silver event. Top 4 matchup here on our board, and it's going to be a good one as we got JB, Jason Brandon, taking on Robbie the Robot Phillips, and what should be a great matchup. And we actually have good news for you on 2 different fronts. First off, we're going to get both top 4 matchups, so we're going to get both top 4s right into the final. And then second piece of good news is we finally got rid of Sean Green. I'm joined by Travis Franklin here on the mic. 17 years young and ready to commentate some great darts. Travis, how you doing?
I'm here. I mean, this should be a great matchup. So, I mean, they just started, so starting off strong.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to be able to watch these players like this. And you actually were playing yourself earlier in some of those youth events as well. How'd you end up doing today?
So, in doubles, so it was actually a blind draw for doubles. It was very interesting the first time. But I ended up taking third in that, and then earlier in singles, I ended up taking second. But, I mean, I threw decent. So, you know.
Not too bad. You know, getting some good accolades in there. As we've seen these guys put on quite the performance on the stream as well. Robbie Phillips, by the way, looking for the 133. Decided to switch up there. Was trying to get to the 170 to pressure because Jason Brandon, a 161. Doesn't have to go by any means, but boy, would it be cool. How long have you been playing darts now, Travis?
I'd say about 6 or 7 years.
Okay, so you got pretty young to darts.
Oh, yeah. First tournament was actually at the Cleveland Extravaganza, so, you know, that was my first tournament, and that was the first time I was ever here. And then this is, like, I haven't been here since.
Oh, wow. So welcome back.
Right. I play more soft tip now, but, you know.
Jason Brandon over to the double 9 to get leg number 1. He does get leg number 1 with 100 average there, and that's not going to be too bad, is it?
No, not at all.
It's incredible when you see these guys like Robbie Phillips, Jason Brandon, everyone else, what they really can do on the dartboard. Do you have any aspirations like that for yourself to try to get to these 90-plus average levels that we see with these guys?
I would just say, well, it just depends. You know, I always get told to aim fat. Like, don't aim for the triple because it's more likely to go to the fat if you aim for fat because it's a bigger target. So.
And, of course, that will dial in over time. I know when I first started playing, and I'm sure this might apply to even Robbie or Jason, I always aim small, miss small, and I would always aim for that nice middle of the triple single 20, and then eventually I started saying, okay, well, now I'm going to aim right at that triple 20 wire at the top side, and then, all right, now I'm going to start aiming at that triple 20. Right. Nowadays, my darts don't transgress as well as they used to, but back when I was a player and playing all the time, that was one of the things I focused on, and definitely one of these things that these guys have gotten quite good at, aiming at that triple 20.
Right.
Now, you said you were having an event you're going to be commentating here soon. Tell us a little bit about that.
So it's called the Steel City Open. It's in Pittsburgh, and it should be fun. Some big players are there. Like last year, Spellman was there. I got a set of signed flights by him. So.
Nice.
And I got a jersey signed by him, too. So. And I actually commentated a little bit there last year, and they asked me to do it again this year. So
very nice. Well, welcome back to the booth then. And Alex Spellman currently in the other semifinal spot against Kevin Yusenchek in that matchup. So that's going to be your other top 4 winner of this match. We'll play the winner of that matchup. We will get that Kevin-Alex matchup after this, folks, and then the finals to round out our coverage here for the Cleveland Extravaganza on our Saturday. And, of course, we will still be live tomorrow for more coverage. It's been a fun room out there. The energy is definitely very positive.
Yeah. I mean, the first time I was here, it was packed. This time it's just like, you know, it's good players, but it's not as many. It really did die down since the last time I was here.
But the players that are here are having an excellent time, and the tournament staff is doing such an excellent job of really running these brackets efficiently. You know, big shout out to Annie and Jeff for everything they do, and everyone else as well doing their part. It's great.
Yeah. Like the tournament has ran very smoothly. It's ran very smooth. It's like all
nice and easy. Nice and easy indeed. Well, so far, Jason Brandon feeling nice and easy in this matchup. Robbie Phillips has not been going to his standard that he's been throwing at for most of the day. And Jason Brandon Gets a shot, double 16, takes it in 1, and now a 2-0 advantage. It's race to 4 for these fellas, so it can go by pretty quick here.
Plus, he's averaging a 96 right now, so, I mean, it could go either way.
And Robbie, by the way, just trying to take Jason's start. Jason just over there smiling and laughing in the background. And it's so funny, right? Robbie Phillips, you can see how serious he is right now.
Oh, yeah.
You and I both know he's a really jovial guy otherwise.
Oh,
He's over
yeah.
there laughing, joking, having a good time with everyone. But right now it's all serious for the robot, and that's why they call him that. When he plays, he does nothing but focus on the fundamentals and try to throw those darts.
He kind of has a weird throw. Like, it starts, like, in between his fingers, it almost looks like.
Yeah, he definitely has a little bit of a unique setup there compared to like Jason Brandon, who is pretty much as traditional as it comes. It's just almost all follow through. He does a little bit of a pullback, and then from there, just kind of fires it right on through.
Yeah.
It leads to his darts having a nice, almost flat angle on the board. Robbie there, you can see he has a multi-stage setup. He's very mechanical with this throw, and therefore, a la robot. Chad, I hope you guys are enjoying our coverage here of the Cleveland Extravaganza. We've been enjoying having our time here with you. We got a couple people saying hi in chat and cheering on these wonderful players. So thank you all for having a good time here, because I know we certainly are as well. Do you have a favorite player, Travis, in general?
Like, part of the PDC or, like,
Yeah, let's
just
go. We can go with a PDC player.
I've enjoyed watching Littler on stream a lot. He's really gotten up there since he started.
And with him being so close in age to yourself, do you find him as a little bit of an inspiration?
A little bit. Like, he started young. Like, I heard he actually used to play soccer before he played darts. So, I mean, it's kind of weird how he switches from soccer to darts. That's a weird switch, but, I mean, whatever works with him. If he's enjoying it, he's enjoying it.
Hey, you saw that with like Gerwin Price is another example of a professional rugby player. That's why he's so.
That one was weird too.
It shows though that competitiveness is the secret. I don't think that there's certain things that you can have as a dart player that make you a little bit more gifted than the rest. But the biggest difference you can have is that competitive spirit and the ability to really just get fired up and really have the motivation to get the win.
Oh yeah.
You can see Jason Brandon there gets another leg on the board. That's a 3-0 lead for him, and Robbie Phillips will get the start, and he's at the outside looking in. Again, Robbie just having struggles that he hasn't had yet in this tournament, having it right now. It's one of the worst times to have a struggle like that. He's well aware. Robbie Phillips currently averaging, and he has been averaging, I guess, closer to a 61 throughout. But I know in this event in particular, he's been doing particularly well as far as getting out in front. To get this even to bracket, you would have had to, right? And taking a look at him here, Robbie just specifically in this event, averaging closer to that 70 range. So falling off the wagon just a little bit and having some issues. He knows that what he has to do, and he knows what has to get done. And if you were Robbie right now, Travis, and you're in a situation where you're behind, you know your opponent's one leg away from winning, how are you trying to motivate yourself? How are you trying to get out of that situation, mentally speaking?
I'd probably just step back from the line and just take a big, deep breath and just relax and calm down in that situation. But, I mean, for him, it could be a lot different, Some people have a lot different ways of relaxing. So, I mean, it just depends.
And, of course, Jason Brandon can relax a little bit, not just because he doesn't have much pressure on him in this given moment, but also that he was down 3-0 against Jason Watt and came all the way back for a 4-3 win. It shows that it's about keeping your head cool and not getting yourself worked up when you're facing a bad situation.
Yeah, and that's what I meant by it could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
You could be up 3-0 and you could still end up losing. It just depends on how you end up throwing. Like, my dad says you don't have to be the best player in the room. You only have to be the best for about 4 hours. Depends on, like, what you're throwing in. So it just really just depends.
Yeah, and that's a great way to approach it. You know, you don't have to think, I'm the best in North America, I'm the best at this entire tournament. And when you're playing at the hockey and you're throwing, in that moment, it doesn't matter if it's doubles, triples, singles, whatever you're playing, if you're the person throwing at that moment, you are the best person on the board because you're the only person on that board.
Right. And I've also thought, like, if you're throwing, it's just you against yourself. You know, you don't have to worry about, you know, what's going on around you. It's just you against yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's now a very bad spot here for Robbie. You got to admit he is not feeling happy about this situation. He knows that he's in some trouble of getting skunked here by Jason Brandon.
He's having trouble finding the triple.
I don't know how to take a selfie is what we're finding out right now. Why is it doing that? I don't even know. I'm a boomer. I'm being such a boomer right now. All right, back to the match. 16 double top for Jason Brandon for a 4-0 win to go to the finals. There's the 16. Looking at the double top for JB. Gets it done, and that was a clinical performance, and Robbie has nothing to say, but that was a great stuff from Jason, and Robbie knows that he fell a little bit off the wagon there in that moment, and now we will be setting up for our other semifinal to get into this last two matches here of our coverage, and you can see Alex Spellman wasting no time at the board. You can see the ghost of Sean Green in the background right now. Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain, and Travis, thanks for joining me here in the booth for a little bit, my man.
That was fun. Who knows?
Well,
could be back. I don't know.
Exactly. Love to have you in here, and we'll love to talk with you more in the future. But now we'll be taking a quick break, and we'll begin here for Kevin Yusenchuk and Alex Spellman in just a moment's time. Welcome back, everybody, to the WDF Silver event here in Cleveland, Ohio for the Cleveland Extravaganza. My name's Nick Teixeira, joined by Sean Green on the mic. We got Kevin Yusenchuk and Alex Spellman. And Alex Spellman, who survived a little bit of a scare in the last league decider against Darren. And Kevin, who doesn't seem to be scared by much, continuing to have a pretty good day for him, isn't he?
Great day. And talking to him right before the match and seeing him warm up, he's still hammering it in there. 180s. It's been masterful, and he's said every time he's been on stream he's thrown well, but he's jinxing that right now with only a 21 after a terrible first round too.
Yeah, he definitely might be jinxing it if that was the case. But Alex Spellman, of course, a man that needs no introduction if you've been watching darts online in the last couple of years. He is an incredible talent that has done some great stuff on the dartboard time and time again. And Kevin's going to just need to replicate some of his early performances because he has been shown to be tough. And frankly, all I'm thinking right now, Sean, is bring back Travis. It was nice to be able to chat with him on the mic.
Oh, I can only imagine that how pleasant that must have been for you, as you got to work with a more professional commentator than you have so far this weekend. Great kid.
Absolutely. Freshly turned 17-year-old dart player with some aspirations, and will be commentating his own event soon here, so looking forward to hearing him on the mic.
Well, Kevin gave up on the last dart, but nice 1-2-5. The winner of this gets the man, Southern Comfort himself, Jason Brandon in the final, who tore up Robbie Phillips there in that semi.
Yeah, Robbie just never got it going, and Jason Brandon never really stopped going, and that's exactly what happened there. And I think Jason Brandon's just playing like he is playing on his extra life right now, knowing that he survived a 3-0 down position against Jason Watt.
60, not enough to leave a finish, so Spellman on 167 has 6 darts from that 167. And knowing Alex, he would not have shot at it if he would have hit the first 2.
Yeah, a very disciplined player in most regards, so there's not much of dislike there. And Alex is just always so tough in moments like that where you need to be methodical, you need to be a little bit extra calculated.
Oh, look at this.
Leave the double 5
yeah,
for the
do
fans.
it for the fans, Kev.
Come on.
He's going to throw a smart dart. Yeah. 138. Alex on 112, more than doable for the Jackal, and it's definitely doable now. 20 or 12 for tops. And it's done. 112 for Alex Spellman, the Jackal. Takes a 1-0 lead. 18 dart break a throw, and he'll do-si-do right back up to the line.
Yeah, wasting no time here. The Jackal, tough competitor, tough cookie to crack, and I will say this. I'm normally a big defender of his videos. I love when dart players make content. But, man, that announcement for the announcement was brutal. Brutal. Alex, come on. What are you doing? We want the content now.
Again, I just need to point out that yesterday in the lobby, he tried to give us an update on his update about the update.
That's
about
Alex.
why he did the update on the update. And right now he's throwing a 13 average in this leg, and now it's a 14 average. After 6 starts, you will never see Alex Spellman throw that type of start ever again. So if you're Kevin Yusenchuk, you got to win this leg.
Yeah, Kevin's having his own frustrations right now.
Yes, he is.
He kind of started off real slow, picked it back up, and then fell off in the leg.
Do you think it might have been me telling him that if he wins the event, he gets to go to the World Masters as well?
Did he not know that?
I guess not.
How did he react? Was he like, oh, my God, really?
He was like, yeah, but I couldn't make it yesterday. And I was like, no, like if you win this one. He goes, oh, well, thanks for making me nervous, Sean.
Oh, so yeah, it's definitely your fault.
That's not. It's yes. That's a bonus. It's not something that he expected, so why would he be worried about it now?
If he hits 100 this turn, he's not worried.
I don't think he's going to hit 100. The math does not math.
Yeah, so he's terrified. He's worried now. You messed it up, Sean.
Well, looks like he's blaming the Dark Gods upstairs. But Alex is...
They're both blaming the Dark Gods right now. This is not a strong leg for either one of these gentlemen.
Right now, Jason Brandon the favorite in the final for sure.
which is already a fair enough take regardless of this.
Yeah, 100%.
Let alone the fact that we're seeing both these guys kind of coming with some struggles despite Alex hitting that big check. Going to need to snap out of it. You expect both of these guys to not stay in this range for very long. It's about finding that first breakaway.
Jason Brandon, the number 1 seed, awaiting the winner of this one. Is it going to be the top-seeded Alex Spellman, who is seeded 3rd, or is it the unseeded Kevin Yasinchak, who's had himself a great weekend as the local?
Yeah, to be unseeded at this point in the event is very impressive.
He was the only one. There were only 2 unseeded players in the quarterfinal. Spellman. That's a 180 from Alex Spellman.
Looks like there was some roaring going on in the background there as well.
And Kev knows that timing was annoying, and this is more annoying timing. 23 scored.
But he's also more annoyed because if Alex is still above 100 at 18 darts after hitting a 180 in the leg, there's some going on. You know that you should have these opportunities. He just hasn't been able to afford himself it. 82 remaining, 14. No, goes for the bull. Looked frustrated there too. 47 on the turn. 145 does have an opportunity as they're kind of having to laugh. It looks like maybe he got caught in his sleeve. Is that what they were talking about there?
I think they're both just getting a little tired. It's been a lot of darts.
And to be fair, though, the events have been running very timely.
Oh,
considering
100%.
We were legitimately very concerned about the order of events and legitimately proven wrong.
We're at 3.5 hours into this thing. We're in the semifinal of a top 128 start field. And Alex Spellman pins tops to take a 2-0 lead over Yaz here in the second semifinal.
Yaz trying to find the pizzazz.
So both of these players, by the way, I talked to them individually out there before this match, and Spellman was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to play the blind draw. I was a little bit tired. And I go, well, I'm playing in the blind draw. And Nick's playing the blind draw. He goes, that actually might make me want to play in the blind draw.
No, don't do this to me. Do you know why?
And then
don't do that
and
to
then
me.
Yaz did the same thing. He's like, you playing the blind draw? I was like, yeah. He goes, I might do it. There's probably not going to be that many people in this thing.
Yeah, it is definitely a thinned out hall right now, but let me tell you, I had to play Alex Spellman in a blind draw at the Filthy Assassin Throwdown, and I got all the way to a last leg decider where my partner just missed the double at the very end. I missed the setup right before it to leave him a better finish, and we had it right there, and I can tell you I was shaking in my boots. I was feeling every bit of the nerves because I also told myself no liquid encouragement at that event. So,
oh yeah, that was a silly mistake.
And then right before I played him, I said, well, a little bit of liquid encouragement might be needed here.
Mm-hmm.
So now if I have to play him, thank you. And that's how I'm going to say that.
No, the fun part is if we get him as a partner.
There's no we. One of us could.
Yeah, like one of us. Yeah,
and if we end up with each other, do we just go to bed?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we quit right away.
No, it's fun. It's cool when we have opportunities where the coverage rounds out and we get a chance to actually go and spend time with the players, not just between matches, but properly out there. As, again, after this, we will get the finals of this event.
I'll thank Sally.
And it's good timing nonetheless.
Nice 1-2-3 count up there from Kevin Yasinchak. Leaves the 112.
It's great to hear from you too, Sally. It's Nick, by the way. Hello.
Hi, it's Nick.
She's over in Denmark right now, isn't she? Right?
She is. Yep.
Having some fun over there across the pond.
It's on for Kev. It's off for Kev, but he'll be back.
That's a cool little dart flip.
He does. It's a cool move.
Yeah, it's like a single rotation dart flip. It's pretty impressive. I like it.
And it's his angry move, which is even more impressive. Like, if you didn't do it in anger, it's just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
But
it's an idle animation then.
Then it's just a DJ. Yeah. Ohio players and their flips.
That is really popular in this area.
And then he just dropped his first dart because sometimes the flips also don't work.
I
dropped
always
it
try to flip
again.
the dart, and I do it very poorly. Alex is just making fun of
He goes, you drop it twice, that's a throw. Yep. Double 16 for a hold a throw to make it 2-1. Double 8.
And that's a moment here for Alex to really pounce.
Let's see if he can. That's not a good dart.
Yeah, that's a very poor dart because the 74 remaining. He needs to find the triple. He does find the triple, though. Gets a shot 32.
And he pins it.
Wow.
After the treble 14 goes in, Kevin rolled his eyes and just nodded.
Yeah, and again, an opportunity that Alex was surprised he had and then almost squandered. I was able to save it there.
And if you're Kevin Yasinchak, why you're annoyed right now is because this is Alex Spellman's floor. A 75 average is just – he doesn't do that. He doesn't do it on tour. He doesn't do it any other time he's playing. He's struggling a little bit this weekend, but even still –
yeah, this is definitely like
his average is
a
great.
C-rank game from him based off his own standard scaling.
This is a D. This is a D for Alex Spellman. And he's still up 3-0. And that's the only reason why he probably wouldn't call it an F.
That's fair.
Now, again, that's his perspective on it that he probably has. I'm just making it up, by the way.
Well, we're also kind of making up the scaling as we go. Because how I see it is like 95 is his A, 85 would be his B, 75 would be his C. I'm doing it in like tens.
Yeah, but it doesn't really work that way for those guys. 100 plus is an A for Spellman because he's done it. I would say anywhere from 85 to 90 is his B game. C game is 85 to 80, and then D is below that.
Man, I feel bad for
And
your
then
students.
F is you
You have
lose.
some tough grading standards over there.
I mean, it's not about the grading scale of that. It's just for different players, it's going to be a different grading scale.
That is true. In reference to their own scaling systems,
Yes.
for sure. Because by that system, we're like quadruple F minuses.
1,000,000%. Every time. That's why we sit back here.
That is true.
Where we can both be Ds.
Dudes just being guys.
This one, DBGs.
Well, it does find the first 20 there for Kevin. This could be a big turn.
That flip again.
Another frustration I flip. Yeah, I roll plus dart flip.
Yep.
That's what I was trying to say there.
195 left. Should utilize the bowl here. Doesn't look like he's going to. Oh, he does. Good third. Spellman 141. I've seen him hit this to cap off a 9-darter. Treble 19. Maybe. Double
Oops,
12.
Wrong button. Sorry, rookie.
No, it wasn't on the 19s.
The
just
rookie
assumed.
spotter there. Sorry, we let Will Stewart take over the controls.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just kidding. 145 won't go though. Alex will get 3 clear for this match.
And you can see him working on the throw in the background. Kev, I'm just going to blame myself for this one. We talked way too much today. And double 12 does go in for Alex Spellman. An 80 average. He's going to have to raise that up. Jason Brandon, Alex Spellman, the number 1 seed versus the number 4 seed, will be your final of this men's singles WDF 501 silver ranking event here in Cleveland, Ohio at the Cleveland Extravaganza. Sean Green, Nick DeShera for USA Darts Productions will be back with that final next. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for all day long, the finals of this WDF Singles 501 Silver Ranking event. The winner of this supposed to go to the U.S., or not to the U.S., to the World Masters in Budapest. Both these gentlemen qualified for that yesterday, so they are just doing a victory lap. And that usually means good darts by two fantastic Americans, and Jason Brandon and Alex Spellman. I'm Sean Green, joined by Nick Teixeira in the booth for USA Darts Productions. Nick, on paper, based on today, Jason Brandon might mollywop Alex Spellman, but Spellman not used to that happening to him at any point in time.
Yeah, just based on what we saw in the semi there, was a strugglesome moment, right? That's not going to be typically the case that we're going to see from Alex, and if he continues that performance, it will be, in fact, what you put it there as a molly-whopping. But that being said, Jason Brandon's going to be tough. I would say he's definitely favored, obviously not only just by seeding, but just in general. Alex needs to bring out a better version of his game, and he's doing so immediately in leg number 1 here. Version of this game will be more than fine.
Yeah, great setup play there from Alex to utilize the bull. Ensuring a 2-dart combination. And JB way back on 216. All he can do is put pressure on. I will say this. Spellman has had the best game today. In the quarterfinals, defeated Darren Young 4-3 with a 97 average. 91 left here for Spellman, so treble 17 for tops. Bingo, bango, tops hit from Alex Spellman. 12 darter, and that will set the gauntlet here in this final. First to 5 legs. Jason Brandon's highest average of the day is a 94, so below Alex's 97, but those are the top 2 averages of this event in any given game. And I have a feeling we might get near that, near both players' highest in this final, because these gentlemen like to give everybody what they hope for. And you know what we hope for?
Good
Some
darts.
95-plus averages.
Exceptional darts, even. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing these guys on the board. As some of the, I followed these guys for quite some time and seen them both do their battles. They were both at the Cherry Bomb event I was at this last go-around.
Sorry. Yes. How is he able to do this? Spellman just averaged, what, 70, 80. It was 80, but it felt like 70. And now he's not missing.
Yeah, and that's a testament to Spellman's abilities as a mechanical player and as a coach. He's able to self-diagnose, and that can lead to problems where you're starting to overanalyze in moments where you need to just focus on playing through. But the best part is that he also can usually figure out what he's doing wrong and make quick adjustments as needed.
And he does his math perfectly to leave the big fish. But he said he saw them at Cherry Bomb.
Yeah, no, they were both at the Cherry Bomb, so I've gotten a chance to see these guys do battle a few times now, and when they're in the room, it's going one way or another. But, man, oh, man, would Alex like this to go his way with the way he's throwing right now. And Jason Brandon, pedestrian 90.57.
Yeah, horrible average for Brandon. Just kidding. But Spellman, a little bit of a stumble. Would like to have done better. And that's because they're both on 112 now. Spellman with the shot first.
I was going to say, I can show you how to do this if you want.
Needs the treble 20. He's not happy with that dart at all, as 91 left. So, again, a little bit of a stumble, even if Jason doesn't get this accomplished. 74 is not easy. But JB, going to get a dart at it. It's at 32. And just on the outside wire, I believe. So Spellman back with 74. Treble 14. 32.
Taking an extra moment, resetting that arm real quick. The green bit needed. Still looking for it. Can he use that dart, or is it going to make it awkward? And he did not like that last dart at all.
And you saw why. That was a mile off on the double for him.
Oh, it certainly was. That was a visceral reaction nonetheless. Jason Brandon, is he able to capitalize on that miss? No.
Wow.
Now Alex Spellman gets a redo. Awkward spot, has to move over. Going to try to throw into that barrel. Now to the 8. And the trouble continues on at the end of this leg.
Double, trouble.
When it rains, it pours.
Right now it's pouring outside. Think he found it on dart 3, but nope. I would be wrong.
And you know what? Sometimes we get it wrong. But Alex Bowen's trying to get this one right.
Wow. Does find the double 2 and holds the finish just to accentuate the ridiculousness of that at the end of it. Ruined the averages for both players. That's okay. Jason Brandon right back in the trouble 20.
They just wanted to throw anything but the doubles at that moment. They were like, please just end this leg. Let's go ahead and get a reset here. I want to run away with 5 legs of high-power scoring, and then the doubles, oh, you don't worry about those little guys. It's statistically proven that when you have 3 clear doubles, it's harder to hit than when you are going for a 10-plus finish. If you disagree with me, I don't know. Watch them take a 10-plus finish this leg right here.
I'm just going to go ahead and say I think the statistics are really against you on that statement.
But I'm not a man of science. I'm a man of vibes.
There is no stat that's going to be anywhere near that being the right answer.
No, it just
so
isn't true.
It's not about believing you. It's about believing, I don't know.
I think that's, I think
facts.
I think the spirit of the game backs me up on that one, Sean.
I think even the spirit left you there.
There's no data on what I'm saying.
I just said that. They know this. They know I'm not lying. Brandon Trouble 20 would leave 141. Does that. Nice last start. Spellman on 360. Can't leave a finish. Best he can do is leave 180, which...
And to be fair, Jason Brandon doing a good job of controlling his throw, all things considered.
Yeah, definitely a leg settler. Tone settler here for JB. 141 after 9. I don't think he likes that first start.
I don't think so either. That was quite the reaction off it as well. 101 remaining. Stays up there and isn't able to produce much of a result.
It was interesting because he did have different options. Spellman needs 2 trebles, though, to even leave a finish. Not going to do that.
Now 57-24 should be the look for Jason Brandon.
Does exactly that. 2 darts, pinned it. 14 darter from JB. And it's now a 2-1 lead in favor of Spellman. That one a hole to throw. And we are back in that trouble 20.
Of course we are. It's these guys.
Tough to find the third one in there, and that's why. Skips right up. If that was on the bottom wire, I would say that's 180 incoming. But both guys, as long as they're not messing around with doubles, they're shooting phenomenal at the moment in this final of the men's singles 501.
Now, this is still an important leg here because Jason Brandon, very solid performance that last leg, was well ahead of Alex. He's going to try to make sure to really continue that pressure on, try to run away with this leg and take advantage of the fact that if he can make this 2-2, things will be looking way better for him overall. Not happy with this 19 cover
Going
shot there.
up. 57 scored. Spellman's starting to have the poles.
Yeah, this is what we saw from him in that last leg as well, or that last match, excuse me.
And Brandon capitalizing. And that's a 180 from Jason Brandon.
Yeah, to get to 139, get ahead, and exactly as we kind of prophesized, getting out into a position where he can make this chalk after being that 2-0 down position.
The 140 was nice follow-through by Spellman. Tough ask on the 139. Easier now. Tops for the 139. Oh, just drags it below. Spellman, is he going to get 2 darts at a double? Probably no matter what, because he's going to go double-double if he misses. Double-double. There's one.
Oh, this is a good dart. Can he get it?
There's 2. Alex Spellman, what a masterful double-double checkout. 3-1 lead for the Jackal.
Jason Brandon was a fan of that one. He was smiles and laughs, showing that what he was doing over there in the WDF is same here when he's doing it on the stateside. He's cheering for his opponent as much as he's cheering for himself.
I think he's just trying to make a good impression. First time, here with the fist pumps. I apologize to the WDF commentating team for that one-liner that you gave.
Well said.
Yeah.
135 there from Alex Spellman. Man, you felt like Jason Brandon with the momentum was really primed to take that last leg, and missed start there at the end, and a big check from Alex is the difference maker in that matchup.
I got a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. As Douglas DiMcKelly is in the chat saying that 6 perfect darts to take out, though, at 319 would have been sick. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Still, the scoring has stayed true for both these guys, hanging in that 90 range. It was that one-legged double trouble that's made the big difference. But Alex Spellman, he's looking really good in this leg.
Casey Rader in the chat says, I'm not a man of science, I'm a man of vibes. Nick, you are my spirit animal.
Hey, I just keep it as it is.
Keep on keeping on. That's another 180 from Jason Brandon. Southern Comfort trying to hold his throw and stay in this match. An obvious must-win leg here, so he's got to finish this off.
And that's still a great shot from Alex to keep it alive. 56 left, 16. We'll get a shot to double 20. Doesn't go, and this feels familiar for Jason Brandon. Missing that dart at double, and all of a sudden, Alex Spellman has an opportunity.
It's a 2-dart checkout starting on the 19s, and there's the first one. Tops. Double 10 is in. He didn't like it originally, but it's a 4-1 lead and a must-win leg for Jason Brandon. And now Spellman is going to be tough to beat from this point.
Well, good news for Jason Brandon is there's no more thinking about the match dichotomy. It's just accepting that every leg is a must-win leg.
Well, if you're John Madden, you believe that because it's true. And also, if you're anyone sensible, you got to win the rest of them. Because if your opponent gets to 5 when it's a race to 5, you've lost.
Yeah, and if you score a touchdown, that's 6 points.
That's very true. Sean Mitchell in the chat replying to Sally Kelly said, excited to hear your voice, Sean, which was super sweet. And then Sean Mitchell goes, I'm not even speaking. Sean, you can't have both. You can have the looks, man.
And Sally still has yet to say hi to little old Nick.
Well, she got on there, and then I didn't respond back to her. And she's in Denmark right now currently.
That's true.
So
she has way more important and fun stuff to be doing.
She might be sleeping at this point in time.
That's an important and way more fun thing to do at times. I know I've been enjoying my good old naps lately.
Not this weekend, you haven't.
No, not at all.
Yeah, Doug, you're right. Says Jason is hardly doing anything wrong. What the heck?
Is this the timing from Alex Spellman? And again, Jason having the audacity of missing his 1 or 2 dart attempts at doubles.
Then the difference.
And that one double trouble leg, right? That's another important one where Jason Brandon, if he wins that, this match is looking very different. But it's far from over from this position. Jason Brandon more than likely going to still be the first one to take a look at a finish unless Alex collects well here. 41 scored. Last one doesn't get in there.
Nope. So JB 6 darts from 176 to start this comeback with a break of throw. Sally did respond, says, adore you, Nick. It's 2:32 a.m. here.
Oh, I love you too, Sally. All right, thank you. I feel better now.
But you didn't get the kiss emojis from Sean Mitchell, so.
I get kiss emojis
or the
from
beard smell
enough Sean's
from
right
Jason
now.
Watt. Spellman on 201, just going to try and put some pressure on the 116.
Oh, and 45 there is or 85 there. It's better.
Much better than you thought.
Much better than I thought because I thought he was in a way worse position. Still not a great one.
It's a dart, I believe. Double 18. Goes in for the 116 checkout for JB. 4-2 now, and it's a turn and go here for Jason Brandon.
Going to be wasting no time getting on the board here and continuing on with this fight. He uses a 17 as a switch. And so he normally is a big 19 shooter.
I think that's math set up for the next throw, where a ton staying straight on the 20s leaves you a checkout if you go 180 after that ton. So he's thinking 3 rounds ahead really right now with that switch. Great 140.
And back to momentum. I felt like we, even though when it was a 2-1 position, I felt like Jason Brandon had a lot of momentum going for him, and then kind of slowed down for a minute. And now it seems to be teeing back up. And as soon as I say that, Alex Spellman goes ahead and finds a max on the 20.
180 from Alex Spellman.
Needs another one of those to leave 164 and doesn't get there. So Alex Spellman has an opportunity now to be the first one out of finish.
Needs 2 big troubles. Not going to do that. Even the treble 20 on the dart 3, JB should be the favorite to win the leg at this point. But he needs a treble.
There, falls low with only a 60 on the turn. Alex Spellman can just set up a premium check and put a lot of pressure for the 144 to feel like it has to go.
He knew immediately when that dart left his hand that it was off.
Well, it goes from trying to leave a 1-dart finish to only leaving a 2-dart check instead. He wanted to do a little bit more than that. He's still going to be happy that he got that last dart, though, because otherwise he'd be in despair.
JB on the 144, not going to go. Spellman's going to start on the bull in 95.
Wouldn't be the wise way to go.
A daily. 87 remains, so treble 17 for 36 for the title. And just inside on the 18. So Jason Brandon might only be 1 dart. He wants it to be 2. It's only going to be 1. Now, is he going to pick 36 or tops? It looks like he's going to pick 36. Double 18. And that in the exact same spot as Alex Spellman's.
The literal exact same spot. A tough spot to be in because you wanted it to be a little bit to the right there. And Alex Spellman, that dart kind of kicked a little sideways. Can he still get the green bit? He does, and gets the win, 5-2. Alex Spellman is your champion here for the silver WDF singles event.
The Cleveland Extravaganza. Nick, we're going to have to give our viewers some bad news, and that is that was the last match of the evening for us. Hopefully you've enjoyed all. Hopefully you've enjoyed all the coverage. See, we need to leave. That we've brought you this evening. Congratulations once again to Alex Spellman. Congratulations to our women's champion Tracy Firetag, and Nick. I've enjoyed the fact that we've been able to be live all day long and bring this coverage to all of you fine folks watching along at home.
Exactly. Thank you, everyone, for being able to tune in because we weren't sure if we were able to do this live or continue to record on. I'm glad that we got all of today and the recorded matches from yesterday, and we will be live tomorrow as we have some more fun events going on. We're going to have the mixed doubles in the morning there, and then into the doubles 501, and then into the singles cricket after that, and that will round out our coverage here in Cleveland, Ohio. So, folks, make sure to have that notification bell turned on. I'm Nick Schur, joined by Sean Green. Thank you all for tuning in one more time to the Cleveland Extravaganza. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great night. The greatest of nights. One of the best nights ever.
Just get off there.
Yeah, we're hit the button now.